This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live with another contest video. And this time, it is for my good friend, King Joe. King Joe fans. He has gone over 150 subscribers. This is his 150 subscriber contest. Now, I'm a little late in the game, you see. So today when I checked out King Joe's channel, he actually has over 250 subscribers. Now, he wants a video response with some answers to the questions he has put down in his contest. One rule, if you want to go to King Joe's channel right now, feel free. The link is in the video description below, so I highly recommend King Joe to everyone that is interested in comics, sports cards, non-sports cards, movies, video games, pop culture, toys, collections, anything. Because what we know about King Joe is this: you don't ask the question, what does King Joe collect? Let me save you some time. Don't ever ask the man that question. It'll make you look like an idiot and a moron. Don't ask King Joe what he collects. It's what does he not collect. You hear me? It's what he does not collect. So listen up and watch King Joe. Subscribe to him. He's a great guy. He's part of the Injustice League. He gives me a run for my money every night on Xbox 360 playing Injustice Gods Among Us, and he, makes me work for any poker chips I earn on Full House Poker exclusively on the Xbox 360. Now, fans, what King Joe wants to know, he wants to get to know his subscriber base a little better. So he asks these questions. What got you into collecting? What got you into collecting? Well, I've been an on and off again collector ever since, I would say, probably second grade. Back in 1980, let's see. Maybe 85, 84, 85. Garbage Pail Kids Series 2 was out. Now, where was I when Series 1 was out? Well, the parents shielded us away from those things. But Garbage Pail Kids, that second series, I remember the likes of Messy Tessie, Ray Gun, which was like Ronald Reagan as a Garbage Pail Kids. It was so cool. These were, of course, spoofs off of Cabbage Patch Kid dolls, but just way cooler. And yeah, they were just awesome. I mean, the teachers were taking these things away from the kids. If the kids were bringing them to school, of course we all did. We would show them at lunchtime. We would trade them at lunchtime. Very cool. I wish I still had some of those. See, as a kid, I collected stuff, but I didn't take care of the things I collected. Star Wars toys. My brother had Star Wars toys. G.I. Joes. We did toy collecting. Thundercats, 91 or 92 or 89. I don't know. I collected the Warren Beatty, Dick Tracy action figures. So much stuff we collected. Then I kind of got into basketball cards, football cards. I've got a John Elway card somewhere around here. He usually turns up every 2 or 3 years. But that's kind of what got me into collecting. A good buddy of mine, Todd, got me into collecting comic books in, I would say, 7th grade. And I collected comic books till about 10th grade, and then off and on, and then through the college years. And then I got back into comic book collecting about 2 summers ago. I started buying up some of the Marvel Zombie covers. I love those books, Marvel Zombie covers, and I actually CGC'd some of them as well. So that's kind of what got me into collecting. Of course, with collecting, what's great about YouTube is we get to see other folks' collecting habits, and sometimes that even gets us more into collecting because we see something cool that our friends have, and we're like, wow, that's really cool. I would like to get that for my collection. So, yeah, there you go, King Joe. I mean, I'll never have as much as the king, but I've got a little bit here and there that I really am fond of. What is your favorite hero and from what company? Well, I've got a lot of favorite heroes. My childhood favorite hero is probably Ben Grimm, aka the ever-loving blue-eyed thing, hanging out down at Yancey Street with the Yancey Street gang, telling those heathens like it is, telling them to respect their elders like his sweet Aunt Petunia, who makes some of the best pie down in Yancey Street. Old Ben Grimm, love him as my favorite Marvel character. My favorite DC character was created by a company called Fawcett Publications. Their division was known as Fawcett Comics. This guy came to be February 1940, but he was known as Captain Thunder before they came out with his Captain Marvel persona, but they had to change it because there was already a Captain Thunder somewhere. So they changed him to Captain Marvel, also known as Billy Batson, aka to New 52. You people know him as Shazam, although me and Joe, we know that the Wizard's name was Shazam, and when Billy spoke the Wizard's name, he would turn into the world's mightiest mortal, aka Captain Marvel. So those two are my favorites. Also from DC Comics, Phantom Stranger, and from DC Comics as well, Jonah Hex. I love those characters as well. That's probably my top 4 characters. But if I had to pick, it would probably go ahead and be Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, with Thing pretty much right there with him. What are your favorite sports teams? I do watch a lot of sports. I'm a huge NBA fan. I'm a pretty much fan of every single team of the NBA, but currently I root for my home team, Dallas Mavs, although I was a huge Lakers fan. I started watching basketball when it was when Kareem was on the Lakers, him and Magic Johnson, AC Green, James Worthy, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, Michael Thompson, Kurt Rambis, all of those guys. I love the old school Lakers, the Showtime era Lakers. Also, but yeah, I currently root for Dallas Mavs. Always want to see my home team win, but I really like the old school Lakers, and I also liked the Lakers when they had Shaq, and I liked Orlando Magic's Shaquille O'Neal team with Anthony Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal, Horace Grant, Nick Anderson, and Dennis Scott, and Donald Royal. That team from the 90, I would say 92 all the way up to 96 or so, and then Shaq of course went to the Lakers, so I follow Shaq. Favorite football team, you would think it's Dallas Cowboys. I hate that team with a passion. I liked when Jimmy Johnson was coaching them, you know, when they were actually like winning a lot more. I'm not a big Jerry Jones fan. I think he's bad for the team, just gets in the way, and he makes a lot of bad choices. I'm not a real big Romo fan. Now, I have always been a fan of the Denver Broncos because I'm a huge, huge John Elway fan. And to this day, I still love the Broncos, the best team in the NFL. I love them the best. I liked Jake Plummer. I didn't really like Brian Griese after Elway left, but I loved Jake Plummer because he was like a scrambling quarterback. Took the chances, not always good. But, and I really liked I actually liked Kyle Orton, because he was a good pocket passer. Didn't go downfield much. Tebow, love Tebow. Sad to see him go, but hell, we got Peyton Manning now, so that's freaking awesome. So those are my favorite sports teams. Favorite toy as a kid? Hard question, Joe, because we had so many toys growing up. We were big action figure fans. We loved the original Star Wars. My brother had the original Millennium Falcon. Had that Darth Vader case that you showed in one of your videos that held a lot of the figures. Had that. I was really huge into the Thundercats. I really liked Thundercats. We loved He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. We had all the figures. We had the Castle Grayskull, very cool. I had the Cat's Lair. I still have the Cat's Lair box to the Thundercats, but Dad uses it to store like Christmas decorations in. I have no clue what we did with all that stuff. Probably sold it in garage sales though. Any movie prop from whatever movie, what would it be? You know, this was funny. I was thinking about this. One of my favorite childhood movies that I really loved was the Goonies movie. And I'd love to have that pirate ship. I don't know where I would put it. But if I could have that pirate ship, oh my God, that would be so sweet. I would like, you know, make it like a real pirate ship. I'd probably get rid of all those stupid skeletons in there. put some bunk beds in there, some hammocks, you know, so we can get the whole gang together and just spend the night in the pirate ship. You know, everyone to their own hammock though. None of that Alan Scott action. So I'd love to have the whole pirate ship from the Goonies movie. Favorite TV show? Very hard, because I watch a little bit of everything on TV shows. When HBO had Deadwood out, I would have to say Deadwood was my most favorite show that I enjoyed watching. Best animated show, got to go with Batman the Animated Series. But yeah, I would have to say Deadwood, even though I don't own those on DVD. But my other shows that I really like is I like Breaking Bad, and probably my favorite show besides Breaking Bad that's currently on is Sons of Anarchy, because I like those motorcycles and stuff. Favorite movie? One movie that regardless, doesn't matter how many times it's on, is Shawshank Redemption. At the end of that movie, when Andy and Red meet on the beach, I always get teary-eyed during that movie because it's just such a great movie. And I always get teary-eyed at the very end when they finally meet each other on the beach. I think that's so cool. And, you know, they can just retire in style with all the money that Andy made from, you know, that, ripping off that stupid warden that was just a jerk anyway. And funniest thing you ever did, this is the last thing. Funniest thing I ever did as a kid, that I'm going to give you this one. This is one that some of my buddies will never let me live down, especially my one good friend, Earl Matlock, will never let me live this down. And to this day, we're 36 years old. We've known each other since kindergarten. Earl Matlock, went to high school together, all the good stuff. We were on a t-ball team, and our team was the Dodgers, named after the LA Dodgers at the time, back in the 80s. It's about 84, I guess. This was t-ball. This is our first year. We had one of the most greatest assembled teams in t-ball history. If you look down the line, I mean, I had everyone I knew on that team, that we grew up together in the same town together. We had one of the most phenomenal teams ever. Although we ended up losing the last game to the Phillies, which really sucked, because we were kind of like that Miami Heat team. We had all the best players, all the best pieces. In that last game, we all just fell apart. But one of the earlier games, one of the very first games I played, and we practiced like crazy at this t-ball. You know, you hit the ball off the tee, you run to first, you run to second, run to third, whatever. Anyway, so first game of the season, I've got the bat. I hit the ball off the bat. Nice hit, too. Good grounder. Went all the way to the outfield. The little league kids couldn't get it. And I start hauling ass. I'm running as fast as I can. And right when I touch the bag, I find out that I didn't touch the first place bag. I ran to third base instead. And everyone was screaming, "You're going the wrong way! You're going the wrong way!" And then finally I haul ass back to home plate and start running back to first, but by that time I was already out, so yeah. First time I hit the ball off the tee, I ran to third base. But, you know, as a kid, we always, you know, are going to make mistakes. You know, we're always, you know, not going to do the right thing, but we learn from our mistakes. And to this day, as adults, we are still learning from mistakes we've made, not only as a child, but as an adult. So no one's perfect. You're always going to make mistakes out there, but in the long run, you'll learn from the mistakes and you'll be a lot better person. So, King Joe, this is your questions answered. I want everyone to check King Joe out. He is an awesome guy, one of my most favorite guys to watch in the community. He's the king of unboxings. It's not, don't ask him what he collects, ask him what he doesn't collect, and he is the most kindest guy ever. If you ask him anything, he always responds to his comments. He appreciates each and every subscriber he gets. He's a loving father. Lexi is so awesome. That's his daughter. They are a dynamic comedy duo. They're so funny when Lexi's on because kids are truthful. They're going to tell it like it is. Even if it ain't the right thing, they're going to tell you anyway. and let you know about it. So King Joe, we love you, man. We hope you get a lot more subscribers, because heck, man, you're already over 250, and you're just an awesome guy to watch. So this is the Great Legend. I want you all to check out King Joe. I'm going to put the link below to subscribe to him. Also a link for his subscriber contest. This is the Great Legend saying peace out and God bless.